The forest was asleep. Every leaf hung still, silvered by the gentle breath of moonlight. The air was cool, carrying the soft scent of pine and dew. And somewhere, in the quiet distance, an owl called once, then fell silent again. Beneath the tall, whispering trees lay a wide meadow, the kind of place where dreams might rest before drifting into the night sky. And there, 2 deer stood, their fur glowing faintly like gold dust scattered across shadow. One was small. Her name was Lyra. Her eyes held the wonder of 1,000 tiny stars. She had not lived long, and everything still felt new. The wind, the grass, the hush of the world. The other was older, Solin, her guardian, her quiet friend. His antlers curved like branches carved by time itself. And his voice, when he spoke, was slow and deep, the kind that made the night seem even softer. They stood together, the moonlight draping across their backs. The world around them seemed to hold its breath. "Do you hear it?" Lyra whispered. Solin turned his head slightly, his dark eyes watching the far hills. "Hear what, little one?" "The sound of the stars," she said, her voice barely a breath. "They're singing tonight." Solin smiled. Though deer do not smile as we do, there was warmth in his gaze. "Perhaps they are," he murmured. "They sing to those who still listen." Lyra tilted her head toward the sky, her ears flicking gently as if to catch the sound. Above them, the heavens stretched wide, velvet and endless, dotted with slow-moving clouds. Every star seemed alive, blinking softly, as if breathing in time with the earth. "I wonder what they say," she mused. Solin closed his eyes. Maybe they speak of time, of patience, of everything that grows quietly, far from noise. The wind brushed past, carrying a thin thread of sound. Not a melody, but something close. It shimmered faintly through the trees, wrapping around the 2 deer like a lullaby. Lyra's legs trembled slightly. She had walked far that day. They had crossed the valley together, waded through shallow streams, and found this meadow only when the moon had risen. "Are you tired?" Solin asked softly. She nodded. "A little, but it's too beautiful to sleep." He chuckled, a low, warm sound that seemed to blend with the rustle of grass. "The world is always beautiful, Lyra, but rest makes beauty brighter." He lowered himself to the ground, folding his legs beneath him. The earth was cool and damp, but comfortable, like an old friend. Lyra followed, lying close enough that she could feel the slow rhythm of Solin's breathing. For a while, neither spoke. The silence between them wasn't empty. It was full of life, crickets whispering, the moon drifting higher, the soft crackle of dew forming on leaves. After some time, Lyra spoke again. "Solin, do you ever wonder what lies beyond the hills?" He lifted his head slightly, looking at the faint horizon where the trees met the stars. "I used to," he said. "When I was your age, I thought the world ended at the edge of the forest. I thought the stars were holes in the sky, windows for something greater to look through." "And now?" Lyra asked. He smiled again, that same quiet warmth in his tone. "Now I think the stars are reminders that even in darkness, there's light waiting to be seen." Lyra's eyes glimmered. "That's beautiful." "It's true," Solin said softly. "And maybe one day, you'll see beyond those hills yourself." "I'd like that," she whispered. "I know you would." A breeze rippled through the meadow, stirring the tall grass into a shimmering wave. It brushed against their fur, cool and sweet, carrying the scent of the river nearby. The moon had climbed higher now, bathing everything in soft silver light. Lyra's Lyra's eyelids began to grow heavy. She blinked once, twice, trying to stay awake just a little longer. "Solin," she murmured. "Yes? Will the stars still sing when I fall asleep?" He looked at her gently. "Always, little one. The stars never stop. They just wait for dreamers to listen." Lyra smiled, a tiny sound escaping her as her body relaxed. The night wrapped around them like a blanket. The wind quieted, and soon only her slow breathing filled the air. Solin stayed awake a little longer, watching the meadow shimmer under moonlight. He felt something, not sadness, but peace, the kind that came from knowing the world was turning exactly as it should. He lifted his gaze once more to the stars. "They sing for her tonight," he whispered. And far above, the stars seemed to answer, glowing a little brighter, just for a moment. Then all was still again. The meadow slept, the forest breathed, and beneath the endless sky, 2 deer rested, their dreams mingling softly with the song of the stars.